Hi, and welcome along to AFTV. Some breaking news today, big breaking news regarding Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, you may have seen yesterday, we spoke about it on the live show that we did at 7 o'clock yesterday, that Kai Havertz looked like he'd picked up a muscular injury, and there was a lot of rumors that it was a hamstring injury, could keep him out for a couple of weeks. Well, disastrous news today. David Ornstein tweeting out today, and let me get the quote up for you guys. Tweeting out today, or Xing out, saying Kai Havertz set to miss the rest of the season through injury. Arsenal forward suffered a torn hamstring during the training camp Arsenal had in Dubai. Unclear if the 25-year-old German international will require surgery, but focus will be getting him fit for the 2025-26 campaign, which basically what I'm saying is he's out for the rest of the season. Absolutely disastrous news for Arsenal. I don't even know how to put this into words. Havertz now will be out. That adds to Gabriel Jesus, ACL, out for the rest of the season. And we know, despite the PR, this is what I called it, what I saw when I saw the photographs of Saka back in training, despite the PR, he also had a hamstring injury, which happened at the end of December, which did require surgery, which surgery to a hamstring, as Dr. Andre's come on several times onto AFTV says, is a minimum of 4 to 6 months. That means that we're not going to see Saka until at least April, and that's if everything goes to perfect plan. This is an absolute disaster. Disaster for Arsenal. As it stands, Arsenal's forward players, because let's not forget, Martinelli's out at the moment, right? So he's out for a few weeks, again with a hamstring injury. The forward line, as it stands, with no backup, is Trossard, Aoife Nwaneri, and Raheem Sterling. That's it. Those are the forward players left in the squad. No Jesus, no Martinelli, no Saka, and now no Havertz. It's really, really bad luck. I get that. I understand that. It is bad luck that you've got literally all your forward line out with these injuries, and long-term injuries in the case of 3 of them. However, we all know, me, you, every Arsenal fan, every football fan knew that this could happen. We all said in January, Arsenal have to make a signing in the forward areas, right? As a matter of fact, most fans were saying we need at least 2 signings in the forward area because we've got no Saka, we've got no Jesus. That was it at the time. That was before these injuries. And a lot of us were saying, what happens if there's an injury, if there are any further injuries? I remember we were already sort of short because we weren't scoring enough goals. Mikel Arteta came out, press conference after press conference in January saying, we're short. We're short. We need to get somebody in. We need to get somebody in. We didn't get anybody in. The transfer window closed. We didn't get in a signing. We know we went and tried to get it for Ollie Watkins. Didn't want to pay that extra 20 million. Didn't get him. Didn't get any loan signings. Didn't recall back any of the players that we've had on loan, like Fabio Vieira, and decided to go with what we've got. And then in warm weather training, how ironic, not even in a game, Havertz now out for the rest of the season. An absolute disaster made by Arsenal, made by the people who are in charge of signings, or whoever that is, because since Edu's gone, nobody seems to know what's going on. It's an absolute disaster. I'm absolutely seething with anger now because I saw this coming. I said this even on Monday in the Bias Premier League show. What if something happens to Havertz? What happens then? This is absolutely shocking. It is. And I'm seething with anger. And I'm sure every Arsenal fan seething with anger. We're going to still be there come Saturday at the Leicester game. and the following games, we'll still be there, paying our money, but we've been let down. I feel every Arsenal fan has been let down by whether it be the owners, the board, even the manager, if he had something to do with it. I mean, I find it hard because he kept asking for, saying that we're short. But whoever, they have let every fan down because, and not only that, they've let down the players. Because now these players now are going to have to go into all these games. And there's a lot of games coming up. We go to Leicester this week. We go to West Ham the following week. Then we got West Ham come to our place the following week. Then we got a very difficult game away at Nottingham Forest, which would have been difficult enough with everybody fit, but with virtually no forward line. Then, don't forget, we got Champions League games coming up. Right, we saw one of the teams that we could face, Juventus, winning 2-1 last night. Juventus, by the way, who brought in Randall Kolo Muani, who was a player who was available on loan, no obligation to buy, on loan was available, that Arsenal passed up on right at the start of the transfer window, and he went to Juventus. He scored last night, I think. He played last night, and he scored at least 3 times since they brought him in the total of about 3-4 games. We didn't go for him. We saw Marcus Asensio on loan at Aston Villa, coming on with a great cameo for him for Aston Villa in the FA Cup game on Sunday. Marcus Rashford is also on loan. These are not even players that they had to buy, but Arsenal decided to buy nobody. Then you've got the fact that then you have got players. Curtis, I saw him last night on our live show saying this and making this point very, very well. Kai Havertz, the amount of games that he's played. He was at the Euros last year, played all the games for Germany, has literally been playing week in, week out for Arsenal. And the role in which he plays, where he has to get up and down the pitch, he puts so much work in with the press and everything like that. Something like this, a hamstring injury or any kind of injury, is almost inevitable. You're praying that player isn't going to get injured. And we were going to expect him to play week in, week out from now till the end of the season. It's insane. Insane. And they made this decision not to bring no one in. And in the space of a couple of weeks, it's almost like they're being taught a lesson now. Martinelli's gone down injured. And now Havertz is out for the rest of the season. This is bonkers for a club as big as Arsenal, for a club that's supposed to be as meticulous as Arsenal. We see how meticulous we are in planning set pieces and planning this and planning that. And nobody thought that this could happen. What is Arsenal? Is Arsenal a casino where we just gamble? Honestly, I've been doing AFTV now for, this is the 12th year, going into the 13th year now. And I have to say, that decision in January, we've had some bad transfer windows. I think that is the worst one ever. When you think of the things we still had to go for, I could understand, you know what, even then I still wouldn't fully understand it. But you'd be able to understand it a little bit if Arsenal weren't really in the running for nothing. So let's say Arsenal was in the same position as, I don't know, they're mid-table or something like that. They haven't really got nothing to play for. I get it. Arsenal are still in the Champions League. And as it stands as of this morning, right, we're still 6 points off Liverpool. Could be 9 if they win their game in hand against Everton tonight. So much left to play for. And they decided that, no, we didn't need any forward players. I just don't understand it. I was there at the press conference in the summer when Mikel Arteta was speaking about Calafiori, when we bought in Calafiori. And Mikel Arteta said, when one of the journalists said to him, why have you bought in Calafiori, another defender? And he said, Calafiori can play centre-back and Calafiori can play as a left-back as well. And he said, last year, we got lucky. These were Mikel Arteta's words, I remember. He said, last year, we got lucky in defence because basically Saliba and Gabriel were able to play every game. And he goes, we got lucky, but you have to have cover. So why is that not the case up front? What's going on? I don't understand it. We got money. We're not, it ain't even like we ain't got money. We got money. And they can't tell us nobody was out there, because I just named out to you some players that could have been brought in. They've let the whole club, the fans, the players down with these crazy decisions. Whoever's idea that was should be walking through the door right now. It's shocking. Absolutely shocking. And now the focus is, I guess, is going to turn to who is going to have to play as a striker. I mean, we were being told that Wanyeri can play as a striker. We know Trossard can play there, but Trossard's not, you know, your hold-up guy. And that, maybe it is Calafiori that they're going to have to get and come and cover over as a striker. Maybe that's the job going to be for Calafiori. I heard him saying that he used to play as a wide player when he was younger. Maybe it's going to be Calafiori now. He's going to have to play for a striker. But guess what, people? He's been very injury prone as well this season. No. This one takes the absolute piss. Honestly, I am still in shock. But then why am I? Because I kind of had an idea that something like this could happen. And it's happened. Premier League games, Champions League game. Every Liverpool fan must be just rubbing their hands right now, right? And just laughing. It's going to require somebody to come in now and step up into that position. Somebody's going to have to be a hero and take it on for some sort of miracle to happen. But, but then let's be real. The Arsenal board were gambling on, and the people who made this decision were gambling on a miracle, and the gamble has not paid off, right? They're an absolute disgrace. That's my opinion on this right now. I have to say it as it is. So let me just remind you all again with this breaking news that's been broken by the journalist David Ornstein of The Athletic. He says Kai Havertz set to miss the rest of the season through injury. Arsenal forwards suffered a torn hamstring during training at the Arsenal camp in Dubai. Unclear if the 25-year-old German international will require surgery, and that's another matter. That's, again, sounding like the same sort of injury that Saka's got. But focus is getting fit for the 2025-26 season. That means no Kai Havertz. Ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal Football Club. Yeah? Big Arsenal Football Club. A team that's suffered from injuries all season. Gambled in January, despite everybody telling them this ain't gonna work, it's gonna end in tears. They gambled, and you know what? We lost everything at the roulette table. Thanks for watching. I want to hear from you guys. As many comments as possible. Don't forget, we are here at 7 o'clock with a live show. I'm sure that everybody's going to want to discuss this. This is going to rumble on all day. My phone's already been ringing off with, I saw Chris Hudson ringing me a while ago. He must be angry. Everyone's going to want to discuss this, and we will be discussing this. So, get involved here. Many as comments as possible as well. Thanks for watching. And Kai Havertz, let's hope he gets well soon.